The NHRA Congruity HR Pro Modified Series presented by LearnEV Plus is one of the youngest categories in the NHRA catalog, but it is a category that has long competed at these U.S. Nationals, and this year in 2024 they will compete in a slightly different format than we've seen in years past. Welcome everybody into the staging lanes here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park, where that Pro Modified Series has qualified over a couple of days and set itself up for this first race on the road to the championship in a way none of us expected. For starters, all the eliminations will be completed in Pro Modified on Sunday rather than run on Monday. But more importantly, Chris Thorne, a previous world champion, the number 3 man in the points last year and the points leader, failed to make the show. We have reset the points for the road to the championship. Thorne will be on the sidelines in a first round matchup you do not want to miss. We'll have Lyle Barnett and Stevie Fast Jackson facing off against each other. And first, they're going to face off with Amanda Busick in the pits.
Well, they are two of the biggest personalities in the Pro Mod class. Lyle Barnett and Stevie Fast Jackson will face each other in round 1 here at the U.S. Nationals, and also part of the Shake and Bake show. So you guys have tenure, you have history. How do you exploit Stevie Fast on the starting line?
Well, you forget about all the camaraderie and what we have together in the show. I'm here for a reason. Jose Gonzalez trusted me in the seat of this car to continue his pursuit of his next world championship, and that's all that I can think about at this point. You know, I had a really unfortunate accident this past Saturday. It still burnt the car I was running for a championship to the ground, literally, and didn't know what I was going to do the rest of the year. Jose called me, said, I can't come to Indy. I want you to sub for me, and that is 100% of my focus. The point leader didn't qualify, so if we can have a good weekend here, I'll, be a part of putting Jose up front, and if he wins a world championship, it's just as much mine, So I love Stevie to death. We're great friends, but when I stage this thing, there's nobody I hate more. So I'll hug him at the finish line, but I want to cuss him when we stage him today, and I'm just looking to turn on 4 win lights and put Jose at the front of the pack.
From his mouth to the ears of the drag racing gods, we now look at our Pro Mod point standings coming in, and again, Chris Thorne didn't qualify, so this is gonna be a whole jumbled mess by the time we get done. But those are your 10 drivers that are most well equipped to win this championship as we go down through 18 of the competitors that will be in this thing. If you're that deep down, you really need to put in a heroic effort today to make some moves to the top. Lyle Barnett is not earning points for himself. Remember, he's earning them for Jose Gonzalez. Round 1 here at the U.S. Nationals for the Congruity HR Pro Modified category. Burnout's complete. Scott Wildgust on the left-hand side of the racetrack. On the right side, of course, one of the Bahrain 1 machines. Now, we also talked to Stevie Fast Jackson. We couldn't let Lyle have the spotlight, and this is what he had to say.
Last minute action, these guys are headed to the lanes. It is now Stevie's fast turn for the interview. Lyle Barnett said that there is no camaraderie at this starting line as you guys get going. What's the weakness for Lyle Barnett?
The weakness for Lyle is definitely going to be that brand new car he's racing. He's not familiar with it. The bad thing is we know each other like brothers. We are brothers on and off the racetrack. Right now we just want to kill each other. The fans are going to win this one.
So Stevie Fast in the car, strapped in, helmet on. He will be taking on, of course, Lyle Barnett. Billy Banica will take on Mason Wright, Jordan Lazick, and Stan Shelton, Samarukov, Stavrinos. It is going to be a great first round. We talk about the intensity level of this road to the championship, and frankly, it is a make or break moment for all the drivers involved, including defending champion Mike Castellana, who barely made the field as a number 15 qualifier with dozens of Pro Mods trying to make the show. Scott Wildgust of Ontario, Canada, the Smokies Garage Machine, and this, the Bapco Energy sponsor on the doors. It is still Bahrain 1 as a racing team, but there are some new brands being featured. Bapco being one of them, the JBS name of Justin Bond's company on the roof. Matching reaction times to the 1,000th, and it is going to be Justin Bond. He will be able to put Scott Wildgust out. A 571 beats a 579. Wildgust, a game effort here, and certainly 2 great reaction times, but Justin Bond, the number 1 qualifier, had too much race car to be caught. He will advance to round number 2. This is the one we've been waiting for, the Motion Raceworks Shadow number 3 of Stevie Fast Jackson, which has made sparing appearances on the racetrack in the NHRA this year as he serves as the crew chief for Sidney Frigo. The Q80 Chevrolet Camaro, normally shooed by Jose Gonzalez, driven now by Lyle Barnett, E3 side. They leave. And Lyle Barnett is not rusty at all off the starting line. A beautiful reaction time, and Barnett powers out of Stevie's life across the stripe. Barnett manages to get the job done, winning a lap's time down here. Very, very tight. And it will be Lyle Barnett advancing on a round 2 as the shake and bake sign is hanging there on the starting line. As we watch one more time, these two cars rip their way down the drag strip. You can see the move Barnett's car tried to make to the inside, or rather the outside of the groove. A nice piece of steering there. Reaction times of Lyle Barnett, 0:21 on his side of the racetrack. Stevie Fast was 50. Not bad, but Lyle, so good. 5:75 beats a 5:8:09. And now we have Khaled Al-Balushi, the Bayon sponsor name on the doors. Bayon, a telecommunications company in the country of Bahrain. They set up the entire telecom network in that country. And the LearnEV performance colors for defending world champion Mike Castellana. Jerry Haas-built Chevrolet Camaro, as tuned by Frank Ace Manzo. Talk about Ace. Castellana's 16 green, and all the way down at the end of the racetrack, it will be a win light for Khaled Al-Balushi. Outpowered him 572.4, 251. Boy, Castellana could do no more than he did. A 16 light, giving him a 6/100th of a second advantage on the lead. That is normally all that needs to be said with a car that is tuned by Frank Manzo and driven by this championship level contender. But for Khaled Al-Balushi, it was his team and his tune-up that got the job done. Brad Personette, the boys really loaded that thing up for bear. Connecticut's Ken Quartuccio, the Eastside Auto Transport Scott Tidwell Racing Camaro. And here is Sidney Frigo. This is the car that has been the main attention point of Stevie Fast Jackson. The Artevinco Racing Chevrolet Camaro. Stevie serves as crew chief on that car. These two cars leave the starting line with a snap. 29 for Frigo. Quartuccio, the Pro-Charge Camaro, runs around Frigo at the end. Oh, man, Sidney's got his hands full down there, skating around in the shutdown area. 574.7 for Quartuccio. Thankful for his setup on this car because of the fact he was able to simply outpower Frigo, who did get that starting line jump 29-53. Quartuccio used up about 1,310 of his drag strip feet to catch Sidney Frigo. Put a nose on him. He will advance on a round 2 here at these U.S. Nationals. Watch Frigo's car make this move at about the 8th mile. Little piece of steering he has to do to settle it down. Then it wiggles at the finish line. Note the parachutes. One of them got hung up and didn't fully blossom. That's what caused the car to be pulled left. You're going to watch the parachute come out. Pay attention to this area. The rear of the car here, it's going to drag that parachute, and when it does that, it's going to upset the chassis and force the car to the inside. Thankfully, Frigo has driving experience in spades, and he was able to hold on to it. There's Quartuccio's margin of victory, the nose of one 250-mile-an-hour Camaro here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Jordan Lazy coming up now. Again, remember the Bahrain 1 team, the Alba sponsorship on the doors, and Stan Shelton, the Culp Lumber Company Mustang. Number 4 qualifier, Jordan. Stand number 13. And again, great driving. Shelton's car got loose, though. That little wiggle by 330 feet is going to cost him the drag race. 576 beats a 579. Shelton had just 6,000ths advantage over Jordan off the starting line, but it is the early move. Between the 60 and the 330 is when Shelton's car is going to fishtail just ever so mildly. You can see it sets an interior course here. He has to put a bunch of right tiller into it. You can watch the back of the car, just that little wiggle. That indicates the tires are not fully planted to the drag strip, and that is allowing Jordan, who is on an arrow straight run, to get to the finish line first. So Jordan, the racer from British Columbia, Canada, advances on to round number 2. Dmitry Samarukov coming up here. Congratulations to his crew chiefs, Adam Flamholz, who has just become a United States citizen recently. Congratulations on that journey and the work accompanied with it. And Mike Stavrinos out of the west coast of Florida, the Speed Truck World LearnEV Performance Camaro. Stavrino, oh boy, Samarukov's going to run over the blocks out there. The 330-foot block got a punishment there for Samarukov's nose. Meanwhile, Stavrinos goes 579 at 246, falling into that performance window in the 70s we've seen. Man, tire shake, that was the problem. Samarukov's car left began to build some wheel speed. Now, when the car shifts into second gear, that's when this gets very bad. The reason that happens is it's already shaking the tires. When the car shifts into second, the wheel speed increases, which takes a little vibration in the tire and turns it into what you saw there. They just turned into Jello molds. He had no choice. He lifted off the throttle, but the nose was in the air, and he got himself into the blocks and disqualified. We saw Lyle and Stevie run. We talked to him before, so of course, we had to talk to him after.
No more than a minute after these guys have gotten out of their race cars, I have Stevie Fast Jackson and Lyle Barnett at the top end, and both of you were saying that you race like brothers, but when you're at that starting line, it is all about the business of seeing those win lights. Stevie, you looked over the time slip. What did you see?
Slow turd over there. It's hard to get up and race your brother, it really is. But, you know, as competitors, the reason we race is because we can be friends and want to kill each other up there, like I said before the round. I knew Lyle was going to go out there. I told him he was going to run 75. We made a good run. We got something going on with our car being slow, but he led it stripe to stripe. Pulling for him to win the race. I'll be on the starting line when he runs the final.
Lyle, I was able to talk to you a little bit before you got out of the race car, and you said wait till you see the replay on that one. So close to the wall there. You said you were racing for a championship. After last weekend, how significant is this one?
Well, driving them like that's what gets you in trouble. I just trusted the seat of my pants. You know, it shook pretty good when I let go of the button, moved me over to the wall, and all I could think about was Jose's championship, you know, and it's tough to drive somebody else's car like that, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes, and I felt like I could get it back in there, and about half track I was able to wrangle it back to the center, and we got it done. You know, kudos to that Q80 team, Steve Petty, Tim Davis, CT, and Pedro, really good at what they do, you know, and they gave me a hot rod that can win the U.S. Nationals this weekend, so I'm pumped up for Proline, for Jose Gonzalez, for Pro Charger, for EGR, everybody, and if I can just keep my head out of my rear end, I think we're going to have a good day today.
Well, for all of our sake, Lyle, we'd appreciate you doing that as well. We now go back to the starting line, taking a peek inside the Culp Lumber 1971 Mustang Mach 1 of Kevin Rivenbark. And this here is J.R. Gray, the Al-Anabi Performance Camaro. His teammate, Mike Stavrinos, advanced already into round number 2. J.R. and Kevin Rivenbark have seen a lot of each other over the years, and J.R. Gray went red. Kevin Rivenbark was near perfect with an 013 light, but J.R. Gray was early, 107 red, so a 576.8 at 247 for Rivenbark. Rivenbark, rather, is good enough. Would have been anyway because of the foul start. Unfortunate for Gray here because the car did put up a very, very game effort that was competitive. Mason Wright, ProFlow Solutions Modern Racing Camaro, the winner of the New England Nationals this year. Mason Wright's first NHRA Pro Mod victory. In the S&B Trucking Camaro of Billy Banica out of Mississippi. Wright locks in, Banica leaves. They are clean on both sides. Billy's 50 to Mason Wright 77. And Billy Banica will punch his ticket, 576.5, 247 miles an hour. That Hugger Orange Camaro gets it done. And now we get a look at our competition ladder brought to us by Lucas Oil. It will be Bond Banica, Lasik Stavrinos, Belushi, Rivenbark, and Barnett Quartuccio. Those are the 8 remaining cars. When we come back, we will see that second round of competition here at the Congruity HR Pro Modified Series presented by LearnEV Plus. Of all the places to visit in Indianapolis, the Indianapolis Children's Museum, one of the largest children's museums in the world, is a must-see destination.
Know what's happening in college football right now? How could you? It changes every second. This player switched to this team. This team switched to this conference. This conference switched to this channel. But sometimes it's on streaming. But Big Noon. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know it's on the same time, on the same channel, on every TV in the country. College football's complicated, but Big Noon?
Hey, Hunt fan.
I was drowning in debt.
I didn't even know how I was going to buy food for my kids.
I had over $36,000 in debt.
If I would have just made the minimum payments, it would have taken me 59 years to pay off. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get out of debt myself.
I picked up the phone and called National Debt Relief. They were my savior.
Whether it's credit card, medical, or personal loan debt, National Debt Relief negotiates with your creditors to reduce the amount you owe.
National Debt Relief was able to reduce my debt by over $21,000.
From the minute I made the call to National Debt Relief, I felt immediate relief. They had a plan for me.
They treated me like a real person, not a number.
It really was a team working with me.
National Debt Relief negotiated with all of my creditors and reduced the amount that I owe. And I'm now debt-free.
If you owe more than $10,000, call or visit nationaldebtrelief.com to find out how you can become debt-free.
We have one goal, drag strip domination. Quicker ETs, #1 qualifiers, final round victories. We earn these things for ourselves and our racers with engine management designed to work the way people actually use it at the track. Our systems are constantly updated with new functionality and free updates because progress never stops. Always learning, always improving, always striving to make the best.
Shaneda Machine is your destination for all things related to industrial machinery and repair. Whether you need top quality pump repair and sales, rotary screw gas compressor repair and sales, mechanical seals, or high performance gaskets, Shaneda Machine has you covered. Shaneda's team is dedicated to providing exceptional service and solutions tailored to meet your specific needs. From ensuring your pumps run smoothly to delivering reliable compressor solutions, Shaneda Machine is committed to keeping your operation running at peak efficiency. Visit them today at ShanedaMachineInc.com. That's ShanedaMachineInc.com.
You looking for a little trouble? You like watching things get broken? Like barriers? Glass ceilings? And records? Then this playoff season, we're looking for you.
Join us at Toyota Racing.
Jake Peddle for Al Belushi, and he threw in the towel as Rivenbark was putting on a stunt driving show in the other lane. The number 3 entrant into the countdown or road to the championship was Ken Quartuccio, and for Jose Gonzalez, the El General Q80 Racing team. Relief driver Lyle Barnett goes red by 4 thousandths. Ken Quartuccio is heading to the semifinals of the U.S. Nationals. Parachutes out a 581, and Lyle is going to be sick to his stomach. 004 red, and he had a 578 to the low 80 run of Quartuccio. We watch again. 4 thousandths separating a foul start to end a race from perfection on the starting line. That is a tough one for Barnett, but as we see so often in this category, tight groupings of performance put these drivers in a position where they have to be aggressive on the starting line. Jordan Lasik, British Columbia, Canada. Stavrinos from Florida, the LearnEV Performance Speed Truck World machine, 44 light. Lasic's hanging on to this baby. He was 60-some of the tree. Finish line stripe. How about a whole shot win for Mike Stavrinos? 5.809 beats a 5.79.2. The speed faster for Lasik. 46.71 versus the 246.3, but a nice piece of driving here by Mike Stavrinos as both cars were moving around early, and Mike was able to harness his just a little bit better. The early numbers at 9:53 short time aided in this effort, but man, Lasik was tracking him down, but not quick enough. Mike Stavrinos, a whole shot entrant into the semifinals, will take on Billy Banica. Rivenbark and Quartuccio on the other side. Downtown Indianapolis, a fine place to go spend an evening. Grab yourself something to eat when you get away from the racetrack, but we're coming back to the racetrack after this.
Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head? Comb it over? Wear a hat? Just stop. This isn't 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out because they're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who scans this QR code. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And the best part, Bosley's permanent solution is protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Let them show you for free how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Scan the QR code. Don't wait. Scan the code now and ask about the Bosley Guarantee.
Start your day with a bang.
Let's have a party.
As FS1's brand new lineup.
We're going to change up the vibe.
Brings you everything you need.
Have some fun, old guy.
To level up your game.
Undeniably my favorite car.
I'm not surprised.
Every weekday. On FS1.
Look, isn't that Frank Thomas?
Oh, the big hurt.
More like the big hunk.
Yeah.
Wow, Frank Thomas.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. You look like you could still be playing. That's what I said.
Well, I am feeling stronger and leaner.
So, Frank, what's your secret?
I discovered Nugenix.
I wish my husband did.
It's easy. Just send a text.
If you're a guy over 40, text FIRM to 321-321 to get a complimentary sample of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Nugenix is a unique man-boosting formula.
Powered by Tesnor, a key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
To help you feel stronger, leaner, with more energy and drive. More passion, too.
Here, try a bottle. And trust me, she'll like it too.
Text FIRM to 321-321 to get a complimentary sample of Nugenix Total T. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. That's FIRM to 321-321.
And now the semifinals here of Pro Modified at these U.S. Nationals. Little air being fanned in for Kevin Rivenbark, the Culp Lumber Mustang, and Ken Quartuccio. Chris Terry Race Cars, Scott Tidwell Motorsports. Now they both creep their way in, and they leave cleanly. They leave within a thousandth of a second of each other, and they are on the gas hard to the finish line stripe. The win for Quartuccio, 578.9, 245 miles an hour, as Kevin Rivenbark runs a 580 at 245. It really did come down to the early incremental numbers of this run. Simply put, Quartuccio's car was better over that first 330 feet, or first football field, if you will, the drag strip, and that has allowed him to get across the finish line by a half a car length. There is Mike Stavrinos, guy who cut his teeth in drag radial and grudge-style racing. He has done a lot of door slammer competing over the course of his career. Young guy, motivated guy. Certainly drove well last round in a hole shot, taking on Billy Banica. And here he goes again. He's got 3,500s on him, and they lead the 8th mile to the finish line. Stavrinos is going to the final. A second straight hole shot victory for Mike Stavrinos. 581.4 beats a 579.8, and he has been earning his round wins the hard way over the course of this Eliminations Day at the U.S. Nationals. We watch again. There's the flash, and it is just about the blink of an eye for that Speed and Truck World Al-Anabi Performance Camaro to get a jump on Billy Banica, and 35 thousandths off the starting line translates to a win. Mike Stavrinos is ecstatic. He has earned his way to a final at Indy, and he's at the top end.
Mike, I was just talking to your opponent that you'll face in the final, and he's talked about how everyone is digging deep and how hard this competition is. You have seen hole shots all day today. You got one there as well. Will that be required in this final?
Oh, I don't know. It's a really close matchup between me and Ken. I mean, I raced with the guy for years. I'm looking forward to it. I did my job up there twice today. I'll give myself a little bit of credit, but I'll tell you what, Todd Totoro, Janice crew, all them guys, Cage back at home in Qatar, these guys are awesome. I'm excited.
He should be excited. He has earned his position in this U.S. Nationals final. A parade of hot rods on the return road will be replaced when we come back with 2 Pro Mods on the starting line.
Ribs, chocolate cake.
You're gonna get sick. You need pumpkin.
I love pumpkin.
It's not food, it's pet insurance. So when you get hurt or sick and you need expensive medicine or surgery,
pet insurance from Pumpkin can help.
Go to pumpkin.care.
This is Fubo. It's a better way to watch live news, shows, and sports without cable. Watch multiple games at once with Multiview. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
What if your body didn't have to hurt after being active? Introducing Stogo, the only apparel with adjustable medical-grade support designed to help you overcome injuries, minimize pain, and regain the confidence to get back out there. Stoko's supportive apparel is engineered with 90 feet of high-strength cables that reinforce the body and control dials that allow you to adjust the support. Stoko is trusted by professionals, world-class athletes, and weekend warriors who all want one thing: more activity and less pain. Learn more at Stoko.com.
Competition Products, your source for hardcore engine parts for street, strip, and oval track. Our free catalog is packed with hundreds of product lines from the best-known manufacturers in the performance industry. Lowest prices guaranteed. Free shipping and handling on all orders over $149 in the continental U.S. Need expert advice? Our knowledgeable staff is just a phone call away. Competition Products, race parts sold by racers since 1970.
Shaneda Machine is your destination for all things related to industrial machinery and repair. Whether you need top quality pump repair and sales, rotary screw gas compressor repair and sales, mechanical seals, or high performance gaskets, Shaneda Machine has you covered. Shaneda's team is dedicated to providing exceptional service and solutions tailored to meet your specific needs. From ensuring your pumps run smoothly to delivering reliable compressor solutions, Shaneda Machine is committed to keeping your operation running at peak efficiency. Visit them today at ShanedaMachineInc.com. That's ShanedaMachineInc.com.
I didn't have to spend my life trying to find my calling. Mine found me at an early age. It was just a matter of how good I could get and how far I would go.
At Ram, our calling is to build trucks. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it.
Right now during Ram Power Days, get $3,000 cash allowance on the purchase of most 2025 Ram 1500 trucks. Don't miss Ram Power Days. Hurry in today.
I'm Carl Alberg, Chief of Police. I can always tell when somebody's lying to me.
Murder in a Small Town, series premiere this Tuesday on Fox.
Eagles, Bucks, or Patriots, Niners. It all kicks off Sunday on Fox, home of Super Bowl 59.
The Toyota NHRA U.S. Nationals is sponsored by LearnEV Plus. Experience an e-commerce training platform that educates technicians in the electric vehicle space. We are back for the final round. This race powered by Shaneda Machine as well. Big thanks to their support of the Pro Modified Drag Racing category in the NHRA. The final round, Ken Quartuccio has been outpowering his fellow racers, has been leaving on par with them, but Mike Stavrinos has been a standout all-star on the starting line in this high-pressure, high-tension day. It is Sunday afternoon at the U.S. Nationals. The entire eliminator being run on this Sunday, the golden hour as the sun gets low. Stavrinos is 008, but the car gets sideways. He pedals his way through it. He's still in this race, but it is going to be Ken Quartuccio. 576.6 at 247. Quartuccio wins the drag race. Stavrinos won the starting line, but then the car broke traction. He showed amazing talent and courage to hang on to this run. Let's watch again as Stavrinos comes off. The front end up, some tire shake. It drives it to the middle. He fights it back to the inside. Now it's going to fishtail on him. He did a heck of a job driving, but Ken Quartuccio, absolutely a beautiful run. He is with Amanda Busick.
What did that require out of you?
It took everything. It took a lot of belief and a lot of good people. Scott Tidwell last year, I was ready to quit racing. Thank you. I was ready to quit racing at the end of last season, and Scott and Brian Stroud, Chris Terry, they said, let's just give us a shot, because I wasn't having fun. And I thought I was just getting old, but it's not that. It's now I'm having fun again with a great group of people, my whole team, my wife. I love her so much, and all my kids are here. But I have to say one thing. Scott Tidwell, I love you to death, but I'm giving this trophy